I'm with Captain Amarinder Singh, the former Chief Minister of Punjab. He was Chief Minister from 2002 to 2007, and then again from 2017 to 2021. I'm Jyoti Malhotra with the Tribune, and this is my crack reporter, Ruchika Khanna, who covers the government and the Aam Aadmi Party. All of you have grown up reading the Tribune, and I would urge you to follow us on our social media handles. And the reason we are here today with Captain Amarinder Singh, by the way, in his very beautiful farmhouse on the edge of Chandigarh in a place called Siswa, a very beautifully appointed home. And the reason we are here is because the captain has done what he does usually, which is stir the pot of politics. And this morning, he drove to the Mandi in Khanna, the largest granary in Asia, spoke to the farmers and asked them about the largest issue that is occupying the hearts and minds of the men and women of Punjab today, which is the tardy procurement of paddy. But first of all, let me welcome Captain Amarinder Singh to the Tribune. Welcome, sir. And welcome to the Tribune. This is not in our office, this is in your beautiful home, but we will bring you to our office very soon.
Yes, of course I will come.
But tell me, Captain, why is it that you drove from here to Khanna, which is about an hour away from home? What were you doing at the Mandi this morning?
No, it's not that. I could have come much earlier, but I didn't go to the Patiala elections also.
Exactly, you were not at the Patiala elections, where your wife, Praneeth Kaur, by the way, contested as a BJP candidate.
Because I had a surgery on my spine about 2 years ago, and it's taken a long time for it to mend. And I have to constantly having injections in the spine to get it to settle down, and now it's much better.
Now you're fine, your health is much better.
Absolutely, I'm fine. That's why I could walk. I mean, if I had gone to Patiala, I would have been carrying a stick, and I don't like carrying sticks.
Right.
So,
okay. And now you're a leader of the BJP. When you were Chief Minister, you were with the Congress Party, of course. Everybody knows that. But as the leader of the BJP, or as Captain Amarinder Singh, what is it? What made you drive to this Mandi in Khanna?
You know, I've been in politics for a very long time.
Right.
And that when you are in politics, you make a lot of friends and acquaintances. And I started getting calls from friends. In fact, one left just before you went to say that, you know, the farmers are very agitated. This government is doing nothing. They are trying to blame your government in Delhi for all the problems. And you come and talk to them, come and see for yourself what it is. So I said, okay, I'll come. So that's why I went. I met him, met all the people there. There were a lot of people collected in the Mandi. And I saw for myself. And I talked to them, and I found one boy literally in tears. And I you know, that I promised him that when I would take it up with him, the problems of the farmers. Now, that is not my job. That is the job of the Chief Minister to do.
Okay.
I have done it. I have taken, how many have I done? I've done 19 procurements as Chief Minister, both wheat and paddy. And our system is very simple. The moment the crop is planted, the deputy commissioners and the district administrations send the details to the Ministry of Food or wherever it is.
Okay.
And they put it together, and then they estimate what is going to be the crop. And then I used to take it, our government officers used to go to the FCI, and I used to go to the Ministry of Agriculture and Food and talk to them, and we'd work out what the money requirement was and what the space requirement was. This is the second part here. There's no space.
Right.
And once I remember, we had a problem where we didn't have space.
Okay.
And there are certain markets which are designated by the FCI, whether it is platforms or whether they were actually sheds and all that. Now they've got silos coming up. And that time we didn't have the time. So we just took money from them to make the platforms. And then they were stacked out in the open with putting these plastic things on top of them.
Okay.
So what is it that the Aam Aadmi Party government or the Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann should have done to ensure that the procurement was not as tardy as it has been?
He's done exactly what I've just said. I mean, he should have sat down with his people and found out how much paddy is being put in, what are we expecting, and what is this space for storing it.
But let me play devil's advocate. He is new. This is the first time he's been Chief Minister.
That's what I was saying earlier to you.
You've been Chief Minister for at least 2 times, and you've been in politics for nearly 60 years. So perhaps you should give him, some space and some...
No, it's not. This is his fourth crop or third crop. I don't know which he's taking. He's done a wheat, he's done a paddy before, so he knows something.
The fourth crop?
Fourth crop. But apart from that, he's the chief minister. His entire administration knows what the whole thing is about. The secretary of food doesn't know. The Mandi board doesn't know. Everyone knows everything. They know the system. It's his secretariat who should have told him, we better have a meeting, sir, and get this thing sorted out.
So why do you think it hasn't happened?
I don't know. I don't know what sort of an administration he runs. So I don't really, cannot comment on it. All I'm told is that he has very little time to sit around in his office and look at things.
He doesn't have the time.
He doesn't have time. He has very little time. God knows where he goes and what he does. But he's just moving around all the place. So, and you have to spend time. Then of course, people then turn around and say, then you are sitting in your office all the day. What about us? But we'll have to balance the two.
Okay.
So, the Aam Aadmi Party has been blaming the BJP. They're saying that the policy intervention had to be done by the centre, which is ruled by the BJP. It is the centre which should have moved the grains out of Punjab. It is the centre which should have restored the commission that was given to the Artiyas, which is 2.5% of the MSP. So they blame it on the centre, saying that it's because of the centre that the problem is arising.
No. Look, first thing is buying it and storing it. Second is moving stocks. Now, if there were stocks left over there, what have they been doing for the last 1 year, since last November? They could have moved it. After all, where are these stocks going? They're going to... Now, already, I think I was seeing in your paper today, there was 100 and something trucks have gone to Bihar or Jharkhand or wherever they've gone wheat. So they should moved it out. Why do leave it there?
But do you think it's because there's a lack of communication between the Aam Aadmi Party government in Punjab and the BJP government in Delhi?
No, I don't think so, because I think everyone, look at me. When I was chief minister the first time, we had a problem. I went to Vajpayee ji and he sorted it out as prime minister. Similarly, when I had the second time I was chief minister, Modi ji was there. I went there, we sorted it out. I went to Gadkari for problems, what they were there. I went to the food minister. I even went to the defence minister.
So as the Congress chief minister of Punjab, you did go and meet all the BJP leaders?
Of course.
And there was never a problem?
That's my job.
And there was never a problem?
Never a problem. That's his job too. Why isn't he going?
But he is going and he is sending his
ministers. Well, either they don't listen to, I don't know what is going to, basically the thing is, there's some communication gap there could be, because I don't believe that so much millions of tonnage of wheat, paddy and all that's lying here, the government will just overlook it. This is the job of the FCI to lift.
Yeah, so the farmer unions in Punjab, there are quite a few of them here. So the farmer unions here have actually been saying that this is the centre's way of bringing the what they call the black farm laws back. So is it
there's an indirect way of bringing
these laws back? So do you agree with that?
There are no laws. There were 4 problems that they were there. 1 was left, 3 we resolved in my time. That's when that agitation was on. And it was, why should that happen? I mean, India wants wheat, India wants paddy. We have been shipping it out of the country. So, I mean, we are getting plus points on that. But what happens like now? Your paper says that last year it was the Basmati people were selling for 5,000. This year is 2,500. Why is that happening?
It's a demand.
There's something, it's a market system also. But as far as the public distribution system is there for the coarse rice, that is the job of these people to tell them that our crop is coming in, the new crop is coming in, start lifting, please get it out. I used to do that. And we used to get it out so that it was clean.
But how did you get it out?
We used to tell the FCI that start sending and then I even met the railway minister. I needed coaches to send them out. And we used to send them out from here and everything. Even some trains have gone, I think, now.
But the Union Minister of State for Railways, Rajnath Singh Bittu, is actually from Punjab. You think he's not helping out in this
No, I don't know what Bittu is doing or not doing. I'm talking as government to government. This is the way it should be done. And they should have shifted it out maybe 2 months ago, 3 months ago and cleaned up this place. Or if they couldn't shift it for whatever reason, railway strike or something, these things happen. Then you put these kacha platforms, what we call, and then cover them with the polythene.
So should the Chief Minister of Punjab, Bhagwant Mann, do you think he should go meet Prime Minister Modi and tell him that there is a crisis on hand?
He's saying so I say, papers say he keeps saying it all the time, but I don't know what he's doing there. Is he going there? Is he meeting them? Is he giving them the true picture?
Well, he has been to Delhi and he's not sure whether he's met the Prime Minister or not. But then surely your party, the BJP, should help him much more.
But I'm sure, we can only convey, like I can convey to the food minister or to somebody that this is creating a crisis. But I promised them today I will convey it. But it has to be really the chief minister and his team that has to do this.
So you think they failed?
Obviously they failed. I think they totally failed. They failed on this front, they failed on the law and order front, they failed on the drug front. Everything is they failed. Where is this? I mean, people used to say Amarinder Singh is shouting his head off about drones coming with heroin. And what is happening now? Why I used to get one drone every 5th, 6th day, now they are coming every two or three a day.
Why do you think that's happening? Why do you
Pakistan
think
is doing it. And I told the Home Minister myself when I was Chief Minister, I said, this is something that you've got to control. So he said, hum kuch kar rahe hain. I even went to the Defence Minister on this and told him then, I was still Chief Minister then, that this has to be taken up.
But the fact is that the BJP government, there is a very strong feeling in Punjab that because there is an Aam Aadmi Party government, an opposition party, another party, that's why the centre isn't paying that kind of attention to Punjab.
Jyoti, that's not correct. I mean, look at what about the Akalis? Forget about the Congress. Akalis were here. They used to get everything done. Mr. Badal used to go and meet all the Prime Minister, Home Minister and Food Minister and whichever the ministers were necessary and get it done. So, I was there as with the Punjab Akali Dal in '84, if you recall, when I resigned from the Congress.
Right.
I was there as Agriculture Minister. I used to go and I as a minister, and he used to go as Chief Minister.
So why is Pakistan now sending so many drones, carrying so much heroin, and we have stories every day in the Tribune.
It's their policy. I mean, their
of
policy
bleeding India with 1,000 cuts?
Yeah, exactly. Bleeding India with 1,000 cuts. That's one. And then also the youngsters to ruin our border areas and ruin our youngsters. They don't care about anything. The way they treat people.
But Captain, let me play devil's advocate and say when you came to power, you also promised that you would eradicate the drug problem in Punjab.
I didn't
it
promise.
Didn't happen.
I didn't promise. I
Okay.
didn't. What I said in Rampura Food, that when I put my hand out towards Damdama Sahab, and I said, मैं वचन करना है कि मैं इसका लक तोड़ूंगा. That means I'll break the backbone of this drug. I had over 100,000 boys in jail. Then I told our guys that these little peddlers are of no consequence. Let's get after the big time. Then we created SITs, 2 of them, and we caught a hold of lot of guys. We caught coming from Canada, drugs were coming. Then we've caught a shipment from Kandala, over to 6,000 crore worth of heroin coming from Kandala. What's that port?
Kandla port in
Kandla
Gujarat.
port.
Yeah.
So these sort of things we were doing. And gradually, then we started shifting these youngsters out. Because I didn't want them to get spoiled in jail. They get further, involved in these things.
Are you suggesting that ever since the Aam Aadmi Party government has come to power, the drug lords and the smugglers, they've been let loose? Are you suggesting that?
No, I don't think smuggler is let loose. But the way they should crack down on them, I don't think they're doing that. They should be very hard on it. And it should be a joint effort. You can't do it independently. Now, Kandla is not our port, for instance. It has to be Government of India's involvement in it. It has to be Maharashtra government, Gujarat government, whichever governments are involved.
But why? I just want to ask you, why do you think that the government in Punjab, the Bhagwant Mann government, is going slow, or is it soft? What is it?
Well, for one, they have no experience at all.
Yeah.
A to Z. Tell me one person there who's ever seen government before.
Okay.
Whether it's Bhagwant Mann or his junior most minister.
So they don't know what they're doing.
They don't know what they're doing. And the way they treat their officers, shouting, screaming and abusing and all this, officers must be also saying to hell with them, let them do what they want. That attitude, we are also getting that feedback.
Which is?
That there is a general feeling amongst the, I shouldn't say bureaucracy, but the general people at large in government who are fed up of their system of functioning.
Okay, can I shift this conversation a little bit to ask you about what's happening in Canada now? So some of us also sort of laughingly say that Canada is like an extension of Punjab because a number of Punjabis who travel to Canada.
There, I think it's Jyoti, absolutely clear what is happening is Mr. Trudeau is using this for his own electoral purposes. What he's doing there, whether it is this Nijar or whether it is Gurpatwant Pannu or all these fellows, I know Gurpatwant Pannu came after me. When I went to America and Canada, I had to go to both those places. Who knows this fellow? I don't never seen this man. I don't know who the hell he is and what he is. He comes goes to America and because he's got dual purpose, I think, in Canada and this. And he went to court to get so that I should be stopped from going to Canada, to America. And of course, Americans said no, and then the court cleared it. Canada said yes, Trudeau, because Trudeau plays this game all the while. He wants to play with these Khalistanis and use them for his electoral purposes. Next year, they're coming into the polls.
So coming to Khalistanis, how would you react to, two of these hardliners having won the elections in Punjab, from Khadur Sahab and also from Faridkot?
Well,
and Amritpal is in jail, as you know, in Dibrugarh jail.
I know, but let me tell you, what does that indicate? It indicates that Punjab's peasantry and the people in general are unhappy. That is why they have voted. I mean, if they look at the farmer unions, how many people who were the leaders fought elections and how many won? They all lost their deposits.
Yeah.
So the people did not support, but here people supported to show their anger.
Show their anger about what?
Anger about that they are unhappy with the way things are going on in Punjab.
It is going to be the 40th anniversary of the assassination of Mrs. Indira Gandhi in a few days, and the riots that followed against Sikhs in various towns and cities of India, primarily in Delhi and elsewhere. You left the Congress party at that time. You just referred to it. Yeah. Now, do you think...
Not only that, I was there during the first 4 days of the riots.
You stayed in the party and then...
I was... No, I left the party.
Yeah.
I left the party. Then I came back when the riots took place. I was there. In fact, I saw bodies floating down the little nalas and whatever was going. I couldn't go across the Jamna because it was still burning.
So 40 years afterwards, do you think there is a return to radicalism in Punjab?
Yes, it is. And why does radicalism happen? It happens when there is dissatisfaction. What are the options? People have two options. Either you pick up arms or you go and agitate on the streets. Arms we don't want. We don't want that business in Punjab anymore. We've had enough of it. But you don't let people also agitate properly. And then the problems that make them agitate, that you're not dealing with.
But are the people becoming radical?
No, I don't think so. I don't think people are that way. I can tell you, of course, every village may have, if there are 1,000 people in every village, maybe 20, 30 boys are yelling around and making noises and all, but I don't think they are going to.
So the spectre of so-called Khalistan that people talk about.
That is all in Canada and America and Germany and Italy and wherever they are. They're over here.
Not in India.
No, you have. I mean, you have. I don't want to name them, but there are people in villages who come on the social media and they keep saying all these sorts of things, but it's not going down.
But the question that Ruchika asked, which is that you had the Khadur Sahab election, the parliamentary election, which Amritpal won. Then you had the Faridkot MP election, which was won by the son of the assassin of Indira Gandhi. Now, these are memories that people that are alive.
And so people are...
I'll tell you why did I win in 85? Because I resigned from Darbar Sahib on the Darbar Sahib issue from the Congress party. So I won from Talwandi Sabo, which I have never saw a village in my life. It's near Bathinda. And I swept the polls.
So what was that message?
It showed resentment against whatever happened in Darbar Sahib. Similarly is the case here. This is economic. Yeah. I mean, a boy is standing on his pile of rice and crying. What does it mean? And he's not a boy. I think he must have been about 30 years old.
This morning in Khanna.
In Khanna.
What did you say? What did you see?
He said, I was standing near his pile of thing. I said, how long have you been here? He said, 10 days. Now, do you know what 10 days happens? Paddy has a system that wheat doesn't. Paddy starts drying. And if you don't pick it up in time, your weight loss goes to maybe 10%, even 15%.
The weight, the moisture, the weight of the moisture.
No, the weight of the paddy.
Okay.
Because it dries out.
Right.
The moisture goes, so now he's going to lose 10% of his crop, or the money that's coming to him. Now that's one of the things. And then obviously he has to sleep there day and where did he get his food? What does he do? So the whole agitation, it was a feeling very. Then another youngster came as I was getting into the car, and he was really young. And he said to come and see my thing also. So I said, what happened? He said, I've been sitting here for 4 days, nobody's picking up, nobody's listening to us.
And Ruchika was out in the in the fields and in the mandis, and she's done a lot of stories for us, as have other reporters in the Tribune. And
so I was about to ask you that the main problem this year seems to be with the new hybrid varieties that farmers have.
126.
The PR,
PR
126, and also the other hybrid varieties that farmers have planted. Now the farmers says that the state government wanted them to go in for these short duration varieties.
The Chief Minister made a statement saying that we brought this new variety.
But
it's
these
very
varieties
good.
were there even when you were the Chief Minister.
We had one case about one variety, but that was made in the Majha region only. But this one is doing a problem for them. Firstly, they're not picking it up. Secondly, the Arthiyas met me also today. Their problem was that the moisture levels are very high, and they are not getting the compensation which is due, and the FCI is just paying them whatever it was earlier on.
So you also mentioned that whenever there is resentment amongst people, and this time it's more of economic issues that is leading to resentment, and farmer unions have been blocking roads all over Punjab today. I mean, tomorrow the Samyukt Kisan Morcha, non-political, will also be holding its demonstrations. So do you think that with this radical movement, already having set in with the winning of these two people and this economic resentment coming, are we heading the wrong way?
I hope not. But I think resentment, unless it's dealt with, anything can happen.
But do you have a message for people who are blocking roads? I mean, the farmers also cannot just block roads
railway lines.
In
my time, we managed to get the roads open, but they were sitting on the railway line for days and days and days.
But that's wrong.
Of course it's wrong. That's not a way to, I mean, you're not bothering the government. The government will say, don't keep sitting, what difference does it make to us? But what happens to the common man? You want to go by train, or I want to, or Ruchika wants to go, how do we go? Roads are closed, everything is closed.
So how is this different from the siege of Delhi in the winter of 2020? After all, they also...
I don't think I was Chief Minister then.
Yeah, you were Chief Minister.
They didn't expect that sort of a reaction, that they would break through the barricades and then climb the Red Fort and all. That was totally wrong. And I think everyone in Punjab believes that was wrong. Shouldn't have happened. But agitation, yes. They asked me, the farmers. They said, we want to go. I said, go, it's your right. You can go to Delhi and agitate. But nobody told them to go and climb the Red Fort.
But you were okay with them going and laying siege?
I said no hassle.
So would
not
you support
siege. We allowed them to go. We said, you go and agitate. You have a right. Like I agitated. When I was Chief Minister, I agitated. I was arrested.
Yeah.
I went into that, Thana it was, next to Parliament. Because we went in front of Vajpayee's house and agitated.
The Parliament Street Thana.
Thana was
But how is that different? The agitation in 2020, which lasted for a full year, and which, I think, and then the 3 farm laws were withdrawn by the BJP government, not your government at the time, or not your party at the time, but your party today. How is that different from what's happening today?
No, that started. I mean, it was something in the right direction of what they've done. But what they're asking for now is a bit difficult to do for the government. Now, for instance, you are wanting that all this, you should give us a permanent MSP. How can it be a permanent MSP? I mean, do you know what the figures the government of India has? What it will cost India? 5 lakh crores. How do you do that?
India is a rich country, isn't it?
But 5 lakh crore rupees just for one state, and if one state asks, Haryana will ask, West UP will ask, Madhya Pradesh is growing wheat, they will ask. And this is wheat. What about paddy? Then it will become a very difficult thing for any government to survive. It's like giving free power here.
So is it that the BJP does not want Punjab to continue to grow rice? Because that is another feeling that a lot of people in Punjab are getting.
No, Punjab is never
it
a rice.
being
It's not a
forced
rice-growing country. We only brought rice in at a time when the Green Revolution came,
Yeah.
and the wheats came from Mexico, and the paddy came from Philippines and all. And that was when I was there with this. So I used to have interaction with the PAU quite often on this. But that was what India wanted, because we were importing things.
So now
So we
India does
grew.
not
Now
want-
once you've grown it and you spread it, how are you going to give something to the farmers to compensate what they're going to lose if you want rice out? Then what is there? Which crop are you going to give them which will give them the same income?
So this diversification that we talk about and a lot of people talk about, including the
Including
BJP,
me.
including you. Now, I want to know, you're in the BJP, the Prime Minister, is he focused on the problems of Punjab?
Well, of course, I'm sure he is. But as far as this issue of diversification, I have not spoken to
No,
him.
not just diversification, but the problems in Punjab.
Naturally, we are a border state, and we are a border state to a country which is hostile to us. I mean, again, another 4 boys have been killed today in Kashmir. Every day, my boys are being killed.
So what is this?
I mean, I'm an ex-soldier, so I'm saying that. But I'm just saying that how long is this going to carry on till?
But these killings in Jammu, in Kashmir, in the Kashmir Valley now, and earlier in the summer in the Jammu region, and now the latest incidents are happening because
Gulmarg.
in Gulmarg are happening after the Omar Abdullah government has
Well,
been sworn.
there is resentment brewing there also. Also, and you know, our neighbors are totally hostile, these characters. And why should they let peace come to Kashmir when they have a policy there?
So, Punjab being on the boil now, what is the advice that you will give to your own party, which is the BJP now, to control the situation and to ensure that the situation we tide over this whole mess? So, what is the suggestion you?
I will give no suggestion till they ask me for my suggestions. They can ask me for my suggestions. I've been in this political field in Punjab since 1967. I have been Chief Minister twice, Minister once, 7 times eminent, twice MP. And if they want my views, I'll give my views. If they don't want it, they do what they like.
Have they not asked you so far?
No.
Does this show?
They
that
haven't asked you so far.
No, I was not asked. I'm not. What about when the elections were held? You asked me, what do you think of the Patiala seat or Sangrur seat or Bathinda? It's all Patiala region, and or Mansa seat or something. And then take your own decision. Take my views.
They didn't ask you.
No.
The BJP government, Amit Shah, the Home Minister.
No, Amit Shah didn't. I didn't meet him then for this. They had a team here working. There was Shekhawat and other people working, but never. They came to see me once or twice, 1 or 2 of them, but nobody ever asked me as to what are your views on the seat here, this seat Karad or this seat Morinda or this seat that. Nothing.
So, are you
So they
disillusioned
didn't ask
with
me.
the
I didn't
BJP?
give them.
Sir? Are you disillusioned with the BJP?
Not disillusioned with the BJP, but I'm certainly think that these things they should understand. After all, a lot of us from our party have joined them. I mean, we haven't joined them for fun. We've joined them because we are all serious politicians, and we are part of the political game of the country, and therefore they should understand that we have experience. I'm telling you just now, what does Aam Aadmi have experience? Can Mr. Cheena or Mr. somebody else give them more advice on seats than I can give them?
But Mr. Amit Shah, the Home Minister, he's in close touch with Bittu, Ravneet Bittu. Has he been speaking to you?
No. Well, no, but of course I meet the Home Minister, but I've never discussed these sort of issues with him.
So,
Law and order, yes, I've discussed. I mean, what is this called? This drone business and drugs and all. Yes, we have talked.
but not on the farmer issues.
It wasn't there then.
No,
when I met
right
him.
now I'm
When I met
saying-
him last, no.
So in the last few days, so before coming to Chandigarh, you've been here only a few days.
Yeah, they are
Before
all
that-
busy. No, I didn't know. Prime Minister was, I think, in Russia and somebody was somewhere. So they were
But
all-
you didn't meet the Home Minister.
No, I've only been back 4 days.
So, there are going to be 4 bypolls on November 13th. Will you be campaigning for the BJP?
Of course, I will campaign.
For the BJP?
You'll
If
be
they are-
doing it on your
obviously,
own?
which
or
other party?
Will you be doing it on your own, or has the party
No.
asked you to come and
If
campaign?
they put me as one of those 40
Star campaigners.
campaigners.
Okay.
But it depends on the candidate if he wants me to come. I know Badal, I know Keval Dhillon, I know Ravi Kalo. In fact, I helped him at one time in the sense that they had planted a bomb outside his office, outside his koti, his main door. And I came to know at night, so I rang him up 2 o'clock in the morning. I said, don't use that door. We've got information. Use some other door until we clear it. Then we sent a bomb disposal squad to clear this thing. So that is Karan Kalu. He was in a Kali MLA then.
Yeah.
So that we did. And so I know them all. So
Why didn't you campaign for your wife, Praneeth Kaur?
I couldn't walk.
Punjab? Oh, you weren't well at the time?
I wasn't well.
Okay.
It's not that I couldn't walk. I mean, I could walk, but as I told you, I don't like walking with a stick. So,
Well, fair enough. But I just have a couple of last questions, if I may. Now, just to bring you back to the whole so-called Khalistan agitation in Canada and the US, and you talked about Gurpatwant Singh Pannu.
yeah.
The US, the Americans are saying...
I must tell you a thing about Gurpatwant Pannu. Khobiramji was with me. I had gone to write one of my books on the First World War and the Indian Army. And one of the battles we fought was in Gallipoli. So I went down to Gallipoli, and the Turks looked after us very well. And suddenly I said, he told me the Turkish intelligence chaps have told him, there's an agitation going on in the village against you. I said, which village? I said, this village, Gallipoli village. I said, very strange, who's this? Then we found out it was Gurpatwant Singh Pannu.
I see.
He arrived with one guy from America, and they were throwing leaflets against me in Gallipoli. Gallipoli didn't know where Punjab was, and they were crazy fellow.
But the question is that the Americans are now accusing, and there is this FBI wanted poster of this Indian RNAW intelligence guy called Vikas Yadav.
Colonel Yadav.
Yeah. Now the Americans are accusing India of putting out a hit job against Pannu, and they said that they want this guy. What do you think of it? What do you make of that?
Against Pannu or against Yadav?
Well, the hit job that Yadav is accused of trying to kill Pannu. Yes, and now the Americans want.
No,
Yadav.
I don't think that. Look, so is Trudeau. Trudeau makes a statement in Parliament to say that this Niger killing is a confirmed killing. Where is the evidence? He hasn't given it to our embassy. He hasn't given it to any of our sources. He hasn't given it through their embassy here to our sources here. You can't just accuse people like this. And a prime minister, why is he doing this? Again, polarization of the Sikhs in his favour.
And what about the Pannu case? That the Americans are now doing this, and they've told the Indian government that you have to take action.
What, action against what? What has he done? I mean, they think that this Yadav has been sent there.
Yes.
How have they got proof on it?
They say they do.
And then give it to the government. And if they've given it to our government, let the NIA, let the RAW, whoever it is, to look into it and see whether anything is there.
But why do you think the Americans have put this Pannu at the center of the relationship?
I think their relationship with Canada comes first.
Comes before India.
I think so. Yeah.
But India serves.
They've always had a brother-sister relationship or husband-wife relationship, whichever you want to call it. That sort of a thing, the Canadians and the Americans.
And you think that Prime Minister Modi should alleviate their concerns in some other way?
No, he can tell. Why the Prime Minister can easily tell his ambassador to go to the relevant state what do you call it? They call them Secretary of State and all these people, and get whatever they want from there, or give it. Or tell them, give it to me, or give it, or make it public. Why don't they make it public? Where is the evidence?
So Khalistan is just in the minds of a few Sikhs in America and Canada?
No, here also. I mean, I see it on social media, as I was telling you earlier, that there are people who make comments like this, but that's very limited here. There, yes. I think the further away you're from home, the more sort of you get involved in these sorts of things. And it happens. I've seen that happening.
Captain Amarinder Singh, thank you so much for your time.
Not at all,
for
Jyoti.
Speaking to us at the Tribune, and I would urge all of you, our viewers, you've heard this amazing interview with the captain, his first since he came back to Chandigarh or to Siswa. And
not only that, this is the first paper I pick up every morning.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Well, we are honoured and privileged, and I would urge all of you to also pick up the same paper every morning, the Tribune, and also our sister publications, the Punjabi Tribune and the Delhi Tribune. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Jyoti. Thank you,
Thank you, sir.
Ruchika.